What's up, everyone? Welcome to Dad's Anime Stash. This is the episode that got waterlogged a little bit when your parents' basement flooded and you were kind of wondering why your dad was freaking out so much. This is that tape. So, as always, we're going to be jumping into our quiz show at the end of this month. But you can see there's a lot of people here, so I'm going to introduce I'm going to go with the best first. We have returning champion, Michael, here, who defend his anime knowledge. See if he can two-putt his way into another victory here. We got a big man, Tony, seeing if he can get some questions right today. We got the guru himself, Rayshawn.
What's up?
Who just came in with all the confidence in the world that he's just going to get every question. So we're counting on a flawless victory from Rayshawn here. Then we got Josh, who's going to see if he can bring the anime dads their first win on our own show.
You're going to refer to me as future champion, Josh, this episode.
Yeah. And then we've got last place, Justin here to round us out.
That's right. No hope coming my way.
You got this, man.
Mach 6.
So y'all got two chances to win.
I'm still angry at you for that. Still, Mach 6. Just so much.
I was just saying how fast it could go if he put a little bit more gas on it.
That's right. Yeah, got it. If you just put like all the rockets, you could get to Mach 6.
Just a little bit of nos from Vin Diesel, and Mach 6 is easily.
There you go.
Right. Exactly. If this is your first time and you're confused on what's going on, this is our monthly quiz show where the contestants are going to test their anime knowledge with me as your host here, and we're going to see how well they actually know the random animes that I thought of. So we're going to jump straight into it, and we discussed earlier we had no particular order that we felt like going with this, so we're just going to go with the current order of the people that I have in camera here. So Justin, you're going first, my man.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, are you sure?
No.
All right. So, in the start of Rising of the Shield Hero, which is a fairly new anime that's been pretty well received by most people, the head student, that's the kind of the hero, so to speak, I'm going to butcher this name here, but Nafumi Awatani, who knows, finds a fantasy book detailing the exploits of 4 specific heroes. What were those 4 heroes?
Those heroes would be the shield hero, the spear hero, bow and sword, I believe would be the 4 of them.
You are correct. Justin, you have earned your first point.
Wow. That's your first point ever.
You have earned your first point. You have earned your first point ever in an anime quiz show. So
I would like to thank God first, my parents.
Yeah, take your time, man. This is your victory lap, man.
This award, it couldn't have been done. Everyone said there's no way Jess could get one right, but he did.
Yeah.
And,
you did it.
I'm done.
You did it, man.
I'll see you guys next week. Thank you.
Yeah, I would leave if I were you. I would leave. Yeah, we got a lot of things flooding in. A lot of shocked. A lot of people freaking out. You got a lot of people freaking out here, man. Again, if that doesn't just spell the perfect semblance of what happens when Justin gets a question right, the entire.
I love the fan base.
Yeah, I'm loving the fan base here.
Yeah, it's not toxic at all. Everyone's very supportive and believing in everyone's ability to do things. It's great. That's what you want to see is greatness. So that's 1 point, man. Do you want to should we stop now? I mean, if we stop now, we get the win, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I thank you for giving me that answer earlier. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I was trying to help you out here. I want you to get one, and just so I don't repeat this stuff, I'm going to be deleting this. All right. So Michael, you just saw the last place guy take the point away from you.
Have you ever seen that movie Miracle? Bigger than that.
Yeah.
He's our little Cinderella man.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that either because I'm like, great. I was like, all right, Justin will get it wrong, then maybe Michael will get it, and I can save some questions. And Justin's like, no, I'm gonna fuck up your plan here, and I'm gonna get a question right. So then you have to start panicking if everyone starts getting these right. All right. So Michael, defending champion.
Mm-hmm.
First question.
Mm-hmm. I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Yep.
All right. Let's see how much would I go? You know what? We'll go with a decent one for you. So, in Pokemon, Pikachu is kind of the universally loved starter for Ash Ketchum, but that wasn't always the case.
Right.
Originally, in the manga, and supposedly to be thought of early on before they changed it for the American adaptation, he was supposed to have a different starting Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
What was that Pokemon?
God damn it. There's like 3 different manga. The original one, I believe he started with a Bulbasaur.
That is incorrect.
Yeah, I knew it. God damn it.
But that's a good guess. It's a solid guess. Josh, what was the Pokemon?
The Pokemon he had in the manga, or the Pokemon that was originally planned?
So originally planned for America before they rolled on Pikachu, he was supposed to have a different starting Pokemon. It was the plan. It was all set up. The last minute they switched it out. What was that Pokemon?
Was it Psyduck?
It was not.
Oh man,
Rayshawn.
I'm gonna have to go with Squirtle.
That is also incorrect.
it's a deep question.
It is.
It's not even a real question. It's like a what if question.
No, it's not, because it
not
is
in the
actually,
universe.
yeah, it is in the manga. I did double check.
Mm-hmm.
It is in the manga. I did confirm. Tony,
Oh,
what was the starter he was supposed to have?
Charmander?
That is incorrect.
Can I have another guess?
No,
You cannot.
come on, man.
Justin, let's see if you can go 2 for 2 on a steal here.
I'll just
What
go
was
with,
a starter? Now, mind you, like Michael said, there could be multiple answers, and if any of you guessed one of the answers, I'd give you the points. But none of you have done that so far. So, Justin, what was that starter as one of our past contestants here just spams every Pokemon he knows?
Keep in mind, there's 970 Pokemon.
Yeah, you'll get there. You'll get there eventually, man. When you start typing them in alphabetical order, eventually I'll be like, ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, my guess was going to be one of the original 3, but I'm just going to go with Caterpie. Go on a limb here.
That is incorrect. So, the answer for the Pokemon before Pikachu, that it's not Eevee,
No.
that Ash was supposed to start off with is Clefairy.
Yep.
I had it. I was saying Jigglypuff too, but
There was a couple ones. So in the original like manga run, he does start off with Clefairy, and so when they were considering the American adaptation, they were like, "Oh, we copy the manga, we go with Clefairy." But when they did all the like early testing and stuff, kids just did not respond to Clefairy. Like it just didn't really get it. So they just were like, "All right, let's pick something else," and they settled on Pikachu.
As a kid, I wouldn't have responded to Clefairy very well.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I always
you
thought
think
they
about
started with Pikachu. 'Cause I thought Pikachu was like the main character in Japan.
yeah. In America, yeah, in the manga it was Clefairy, and they kind of switched it out because you think about that, Clefairy just I don't know, it hits different. So that is the first.
Well, I mean,
First
you
miss.
can have a Clefairy just on your shoulder, so yeah, I can feel it.
It'd be a little weird to just have this Clefairy sitting on your shoulder, just doing metronome, weird things back and forth. Like, all right. So, Justin, apparently you're tied with someone here in the chat. So they guessed it. Someone did guess it before I had said the answer. So I'll give chat a point here. We'll give chat a point. Half a point because I'm pretty sure you can Google anything. So, Josh,
Yeah.
are you ready to tie with Justin?
It's going to be a sweep. Me and Justin.
Yeah.
All the way to the end.
Full power for Dad's anime stash. So, thought about where to go with you on this one. So let's see here. All right. All right. So I got a decent one here for you. So, in Yu Yu Hakusho,
I've seen that.
I know. In the Dark Tournament, Yusuke's team fights with a team of shinobi and or assassins. If you don't know who I'm referring to, it's Jin and the rest of them. So, during the fight, Jin and them announce what they want as the prize if their team is to win the tournament. And they go into a lot of reasons for this, but they're very specific on what they want. They're one of the rare teams to actually say in the entire Dark Tournament saga what they would do if they win. So it stands out. What do they want for their prize if they win?
Man.
That is correct. They do want the island. Do you remember why?
To be free.
Yes. So as 1 point for Josh. Thought I was going to chip you up with going with something a little bit different there, but you got it.
About the Dark Tournament, man. I think we all remember every second of the Dark Tournament.
Yeah, that is true. All right, Rayshawn.
What's up?
Are you ready?
All right. Yep, I'm ready.
All right, you're ready. All right. So in the obscure 1970s, no, I'm just kidding.
I was just gonna say pass.
Like, fuck you. All right. So, Inuyasha is an anime it's been around for a while, and there's currently one run going around right now about their kids. It's not creepy at all. So, it's about a dumb, really high school girl who has this really weird furry obsession that she just doesn't want to admit to her friends because it's going to make her seem weird, and then high school is going to get rough in her last year. So she just pretends that she has a normal situation going on in her life. Throughout the entire anime, they're searching for shards. They're trying to put something back together. And they're trying to search for these shards to kind of put the world back in order, so to speak. There's a lot of chaos going on. They're trying to put it back. What is the name of the item they're trying to put back together?
I'm about to pronounce this so horribly. Is it
if
the
you're
Shikan
close,
Jewel?
you are correct. It is the Shikan Jewel.
Nice. Nice job.
I was trying to rename every character when you say Inuyasha. I was like, don't really. I was like, what?
So that is a point for Rashawn. So we have a 3-way tie right now with 1 point each. So Tony,
Yes, let's do this.
Are you going to join Michael here?
Yes, I will.
As getting a 0 here.
The confidence is mind blowing.
He's crushing. He's like, guys, I know what I'm doing here. Like I got this. So
Yes, let's do
Tony, Rave Master. It's a classic anime centered around a 15-year-old living in what I thought was pronounced Garbage Island until I was looking up this question to write it down and was like, oh, it's Garage Island, not garbage. My childhood was a lie. Living on this island until someone by the name of Shiba arrives with this little, I guess you could call him like a snowman, weird shaking thing called Plu. And throughout he's there, he tells Haru that he needs to leave the island and go find the additional raves to save the world. So this guy Shiba comes up in order to blah blah blah. What is the name of the main villain from Rave Master that he's trying to get one of the last raise pieces from? What's the main villain in Rave Master?
Okay, I've never seen this, so I'm gonna go with Repo Luke.
That is not right. I like the attempt. I love the attempt. It's a good attempt. But no, unfortunately, that is incorrect. Justin, this is your chance to take a 1-point lead. What is the main villain's name from Rave Master?
So I also didn't watch this because just the name of it sounds like everyone's tripping on acid and having a party.
Now, mind you, there are a couple. Obviously, it's an anime. There's multiple bad guys, but I'm looking for, obviously, the end. The end here.
I'm gonna go with Kevin. Kevin seems like a bad guy name.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's a good guess. That is incorrect. It is not Kevin. Surprisingly, so I'm gonna have to give you an X on that. Michael,
Yeah.
defending champion.
Michael, don't guess Kevin.
This is the great part about having him before me is like I can just like filter out all the really dumb answers that I had in my head.
Like Kevin.
Yeah, exactly.
Go with Kyle.
Yeah. So, funnily enough, actually, like last week, I had the like American opening song stuck in my head, which sent me down a Rave Master rabbit hole. So
Okay.
I think I've got this.
Okay.
He's blue haired dude. I think his name is something. I don't remember the first name, but I think it's Caesar.
I'm gonna need the full name.
Full name? Okay.
I'm gonna need the full name.
Oh, it's something. Again, it's kind of like what we talked about pre-show with Gundam stuff. It's vaguely German. I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm getting Dark Souls messed up in my head now. I'm thinking of Siegfried. Sighard Caesar. Is that how you say it? I don't remember.
I'm gonna give it to you because it's Sighart Caesar, but you're literally spot on to where
he's pretty on.
It's hard to not give you that. It's hard to not give you that. But yes, Sighart Caesar is one of the main villains of Raymaster, who ends up turning good towards the end of the series and realizing that the mission that Haru is on is actually pretty justified in what he's doing. So he's going to go ahead and try to help them. But that is correct. So that is 1 point for you.
Nice. Yeah, I explicitly remember this.
Yeah,
I explicitly remember this show because it was one of the last ones that had like the English anime openings instead of like actually just airing the Japanese ones.
Yeah. Yeah, Ravemaster was really weird because it was like, it just starts off with this guy showing up on an island. He's like, hey, put this thing on this sword and it's going to do things. And then I need you to go travel with this shaking snowman to go get more of them and save the world. All right, good luck. And just shoves them off. And like, there you go. It's pretty weird. All right. So I think, where are we at right now? Michael got that right. We were at Tony. So I think we'd be back to the top. So, Justin. Okay, I'm not going to. Okay, so to make bonus questions more fair, because unfortunately, two of the bonus questions last time did go to members that were on the show. What I'm going to ask all of you to do is mute yourselves. I'm going to read the bonus question. The first person to unmute and say, I have the answer, or I'm going to attempt the answer, is the first person I'll go to, and we will go in the order from the person who says that they want the answer. Rayshawn, I'm going to mute you myself, since you didn't want to follow directions.
Oh, I thought you were doing that for bonus questions. Are we doing that for all questions?
We're doing a bonus question right now. So we just went through all of you. So after one round, we were going to do a bonus question. So just to make it more fair, so I'm not just going right to Justin since it's a bonus question. It's going to be the first person that unmutes and says something. Because it's very, very easy for me to be able to tell who's unmuted themselves first. So the anime dads have recently reviewed an anime called Batum, which is an anime centered around explosions on an island, centered to like around killing people, designed around this video game that is existent. There's a lot of different explosions. There's like these flame ones, there's like crackers, all these sorts of crazy things. However, all of the anime dads agreed on one as the universal favorite of all three. What was the explosion that they agreed was the favorite?
I got this one.
All right, Justin.
It was the implosion grenade.
That is correct. That is correct. Implosion is correct.
So, Justin, did you listen to what he said about answering, about how you have to unmute yourself and say something? I could have stole that from you easily, because you unmuted yourself and went like this. What is this?
Yeah, I don't go to you because you pointed at yourself. Yeah. I can't go to you because you pointed at yourself. So you're lucky that no one else came in and got that from you.
So getting one right was a miracle, but getting two right, I couldn't control my excitement. I do apologize about that part.
You are in the lead.
Weird like little kid excited hands going on for a second there. So
yeah. So Whiskers, if you're just joining, I'll do a quick recap since we just did a round.
That was very
for anyone new here. This is our monthly anime quiz show. That was a bonus round.
Hey, stop. Mark. Happy birthday, Rayshawn.
Oh, yeah. Rayshawn.
Happy birthday, Sean.
Rayshawn, you get 1 pretend point. You can't cash it in. It doesn't do a whole lot, but
is he still muted?
Oh, yeah, he is. He didn't want to unmute himself. Rayshawn, you got to unmute, buddy. You muted yourself again, so I can't unmute you.
He's probably swearing.
Probably. Rayshawn, I can't unmute you because you muted you.
Oh, no. I had people running in here saying stuff. So
were they saying happy birthday?
Yeah, yep. We were saying happy birthday, yeah.
Because we were saying it to you, and you left us.
It was special.
Oh, sorry.
We had a big moment with all of us here. We were all singing. Yeah, everyone sang a song. Justin hit the high note. It was amazing. It was breathtaking.
I feel like I wasn't gone that long though. But,
you can't do it again. He hurt his voice.
Yeah, no, his heart would explode.
I'll just rewatch it.
Yeah. So
we'll probably
just go back.
To be honest, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's not as good as we're making it out to be. So Justin, on the rare occasion here, I have to go right to you because that was the bonus question. So anyone could have gotten that. So you have a chance here to take a commanding 2-point lead.
I feel like I'm in Bizarro world.
And we know how these shows go. This could be the deciding factor right here already.
I'm guessing Kevin.
All right. Technically, I would have to consider that an answer if I had started reading a question. So let that be a warning. If I start reading a question and you jump in with something, that is your answer, joke or not. We're going to keep it fair. So, Justin, one of the favorite fan animes of the 90s is an anime called Reboot. It centers around what happens inside your computer when we play video games because we're all monsters inside. We all think that nothing's happening, and then you watch Reboot and you realize what terrible people you are. So it centers around essentially that. What happens inside your computer when you play video games. So it's a living world inside your computer, and the user, when they play a game, kind of creates this grid, and you're playing against citizens of the city. It centers around like Dot, Enzo, a lot of different people. So Megabyte is one of like the main villains in the anime Reboot, who's going to shit his pants in like 10 years when the villain Terabyte comes into existence. It's going to completely shatter the entire anime. So he's got a whole army following him. He's got like this evil, weird twin sister thing, Hexadecimal. But he's got 2 specific cronies that like follow his every move. They're always around. What are their names?
So you're not going to believe this, but I think I know this one. It's got to be Kyle and Kevin.
That is incorrect. It's super close. As in like the Earth is close to the sun. It's right there. You can see it when you walk outside in the morning. It's like you could almost touch it. It's that close.
Was that one of those questions where you're given as many hints as possible during the question? Because I felt like there was a lot of hints in there with the names.
That's up to whoever knows this question, which we're going to see if our defending champion here has recovered from being a point down to Justin. Michael, what are the names of his 2 cronies?
I have never even heard of this anime.
It's not
so
anime.
Oh, okay.
I'm not hearing of it.
It was a classic like Toonami thing, when Toonami was at its heyday.
Gotcha. Yeah. Shit. I don't remember. Yeah, I'm gonna go with an equally dumb answer and Wreck-It Ralph and Fix-It Felix. It sounds vaguely similar.
All right. That is shockingly incorrect. But I give you bonus points for coming up with a unique name and not just Kevin for the third time, which I will deduct a point from Justin if that's used again.
He's got to be right at some point.
You'd think so, but I'm actually thinking of it right now. I'm like thinking in my head right now. I'm like, can I like give him like, can I think of a question that Kevin is the answer and make sure that he gets a chance to guess it, knowing that at that particular moment is when he's going to be like, Steve. And I'm going to be like, you fucking dumbass. I gave you the fucking shot. So
I give people hope and then just rip it all away.
And then destroy it. Yeah. Okay. So, Josh, you walked away when I started reading this question. Does that mean you know the answer?
I haven't seen Reboot in a long time. And I was actually looking for my Reboot figures, but I couldn't find them. Oh, man. I think I could be wrong here, but I think it's Kilo and Bite.
That is incorrect.
No.
But I give you points for getting in the range of a computer thing.
It was a good guess. It was a great guess.
It was a solid guess based on just the anime itself.
The best guess I've ever heard.
If you get this right, you tie Justin. What are their names?
Oh, well, I'm going to go Megabyte.
Megabyte is the boss, not the cronies. Whiskers. For anyone in chat that knows the answer, you'll have to message me privately before I say the answer so that no one reads it, and I can give you a fake chat point. And we'll see if chat can get enough points. So chat can compete.
Oh man, what chat beats us.
So if you message, whatever you're watching on, message me on Twitter or message me on Twitch so that Justin and Josh can't see the answer. If you're watching on Facebook, it's twitch.tv/BushidoGeek. Ping me the answer. I will read it. And as long as you get it to me before I read the answer. All right, Chad has now got a second point. I just received the answer. Chad is up to 2 points. Tony, this is your shot, man. I believe in you. You got this. What are their names?
I think one of them was Chip, and the other one...
Micro?
I think Chip and Bite. No, I think Josh said Bite. I'll go with Chip and Hex.
You are close-ish in one way, but that is incorrect. So, the answer for who were the two cronies to Megabyte are Hack and Slash.
Oh, that's dumb.
Hack and Slash.
Hack and Slash. I ended up saying the guy was his own crony.
Yeah, Hack and Slash. So, chat is now tied with Justin with 2 points.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'll have to take out the chat.
Yeah. We'll have to only do these not live from now on. Michael, it's your shot, man. You're defending champion.
I know.
You got a rep to maintain. I thought I could, help you out here by giving you a Pokemon question, which I was challenged to during the last show, if you remember. Your cohorts in your podcast said give him a Pokemon question, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna give him a Pokemon question. And I'm not feeling the love right now, man.
You have to live up to expectations, man.
I'm hoping you got this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. In the anime, I got reincarnated as a slime. It's based around the main character, Satoru Mikami, who is a kind of a mild-mannered 37-year-old salesman until he is randomly murdered out of the blue and wakes up in this, science fantasy realm, and he's literally a slime who has the power called Predator, and he's able to kind of absorb different animals and things and kind of like take on their characteristics. Very early on in the anime, he befriends a dragon who is cursed. So in order to help the dragon, he decides to swallow the dragon to eventually figure out the curse from within inside to protect the dragon from the curse. What is the dragon's name?
Oh, I've had this show on my watch list for years, and I still haven't actually seen it. God damn! Oh shit! Yeah, I've got no clue. I'm not gonna say Kevin.
Are you sure? might be right one of these days.
It's gotta be something stupid. God damn it. I've been binging Dark Souls games and Elden Ring lately, so I'm gonna just go with I don't know, Calamite.
The one I've seen Elden Ring looks pretty sweet. That is incorrect. Also, chat has a third point.
Well, good for chat.
So, Josh, I don't know if you've seen Reincarnated Slime. It's fairly popular.
So, it's interesting you bring up Reincarnated as a slime. That always makes me think of this book I like. It's called Slime Girl, written by Josh Hatfield. Available now on Amazon.com.
It sounds like it was written by
a
future champion.
The dragon that he ate, and that time I got reincarnated as a slime, which is a show I never saw and have not had any interest in.
Yeah.
It was named Draco.
That is incorrect, but I appreciate the guess. I appreciate the guess.
My guesses are good.
It's a solid guess.
Shows correctly.
Yeah, Rayshawn.
I know this one.
All right, what is the dragon's name?
Is Veldora the Storm Dragon?
Correct. Veldora Tempest is the name of the dragon that he swallows. Literally, I think in episode 3. It's very early on.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I heard you. I heard you wrong. So that was my bad on that. So Rayshawn, you are tied for Justin. For first place, and chat technically is in the lead, but they can't actually be a champion. So,
who is this Ezo person? That is so fucking true.
Chat, you are in theory in first place. Just in your own hearts, you can be in first place. Just in terms of the show, not. But Rayshawn, you are now tied. Congratulations, sir. Good job. Josh.
Yeah.
This is your chance here to tie Justin.
What's up, Ash?
And Rayshawn. Transformers. It's a pretty long-running anime. There's tons of games, toys. I mean, Netflix just released a new triple series, which is amazing, by the way. Everyone needs to check it out. Okay. It's great. It's long-running, tons of different stuff. Centers around Decepticons and Autobots. Autobots have a ship known as the Ark. It's a pretty amazing ship, do some crazy cool things. But they're not the only ones that have had a powerful ship. The Decepticons also have had a powerful warship. What is the name of the Decepticons' warship?
Transformers is the car thing, right?
Yes, it is the car thing, correct.
That's a good start.
It's a good start. You're pretty close. You're right there.
Is the ship like a planet?
It's a regular ship. It's throughout the anime they kind of go over it. They kind of mention the Ark a ton, but then the Decepticons are like, we need our own thing. So they go into this long thing about them building this crazy powerful battleship. That's the ship I'm talking about. Their answer to the Ark.
The answer to the Ark.
Yeah.
The Flood?
That is incorrect, but I like the Halo reference.
Mm-hmm. The biblical reference as well.
Well, also that, but more related. Halo's more related to what we're talking about. Well, I guess both are made up. All right, Rayshawn, if you get this right, you are in the lead, sir.
Wow. Is it the Nemesis?
That is correct.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, Rayshawn's
my dad's favorite show. I so much of it.
That is correct. Also, chat got that correct as well. They did get it in before you said anything, Rayshawn. Obviously, you get the point. Just letting chat know that chat you did get it correct. You have moved up to 4 points for chat. Rayshawn, you are now in first place with 3 points. Tony, my man.
It's Rayshawn's turn.
Yes.
I know. Oh yeah, it is mine.
No, Rayshawn. No. Rayshawn, this is your chance. I was trying to give Tony a point here, but Josh is being If you get this right, this is what I told Justin earlier. That he could take a commanding lead, and then he just dropped the ball, butchered it, and now he's slowly falling farther and farther from having even remotely a shot in anything.
That's what I do, man.
So, Rashawn, one of the top boxing animes in anime, essentially history, is Hajime no Ippo. It's generally considered by rating and fan alone to be the number one sports anime that is out there pretty much in the 2000s. Centers around a person named Makino Uchi, or Ippo, who's pretty much a bullied kid who finally finds his backbone in boxing and really kind of figures out what it means to be the person he thinks he was supposed to be. He prepares for his fights in various different ways, teaching himself new moves all the time. He teaches himself a move called the Dempsey roll, which is actually a legit boxing technique named after the boxer Bill Dempsey. However, during the show, he doesn't know that that's an actual technique. He teaches himself this by watching a famous American boxer. Who is the boxer he watches for inspiration to come up with the Dempsey roll?
Is it Muhammad Ali?
It is not Muhammad Ali. It's a solid guess, but it is not Muhammad Ali. Tony, this is your chance, man.
I know.
You can get a point right now, man. You can get a point right now. I'm here for you. I'm staring into your eyes, into your soul. You got this.
Marvin Hagler.
That is incorrect. Also another great guess. That is an amazing boxer, but that is incorrect. Justin, if you get this right, you tie for first place.
I'm just going to say it because I've seen his name in a bunch of different animes. We're going to go with Mike Tyson on this one.
That is correct. Yep. Mike Tyson is the boxer he uses for inspiration to figure out the Dempsey roll because of Mike Tyson's rope-a-dope style of boxing.
Because that makes sense.
Because he keeps bobbing his head back and forth, which is actually what Bill Dempsey did to come up with the Dempsey roll, also styled after Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson, he's in the new Baki, right? The Baki Hanma series.
Yes.
Right, he shadow boxed. Okay.
Yes. Chat, also, you did get it correct. You do get a point as well. You did get it in before I said the answer.
Look, chat's like 700 people, so they're always
Yes, but they want to feel included, so I have to make sure they feel included.
Tell our fans I hate them.
All right, there it is. Tony.
Yes.
You still got another shot, man.
I know.
I'm coming to you. You still got a shot. I'm gonna try to give you a softball one here. All right. So, an anime that was just confirmed to get a second season after about 8 years is Devil is a Part-Timer. It was fairly popular when it came out and received a cult following after, to the point where they announced a second season because of how much people were clamoring for it. So in Devil is a Part-Timer, Satan finds himself in modern-day Tokyo and realizes, fuck, I'm poor as shit. So he needs to get a job in order to sustain himself. Where does he get a job at, and what place is it styled after?
Never heard of it or seen it.
We're off to a good start.
Yes.
We're off to a good start.
All right. Let's go with McDonald's, 50s themed. Waiter.
Okay, and what is the name of the place in the anime?
Oh. Tokyo. Seen city-wise?
That is incorrect. I can't give it to you because unlike Michael's answer where he was one letter off, you're very close, but since you didn't get the anime part of the question right, I can't give it to you.
No, I got it. Damn.
Justin, what is the answer? And to clarify, you still need to give me both parts.
Okay. So I think it's McDonald's. Of course, that was a really good guess. And I think they call it like Mac Ronald's or something. Something ridiculous.
All right. What is your official answer?
I'm just going to call it McRonald's.
Okay.
Is what they call it.
Okay.
But it's styled after McDonald's.
You are correct. McDonald's is the answer. The McDonald's is what they call McDonald's in Devil is a Part-Timer. Justin, you are in the lead with 4 points.
This is retarded. That's all right. I don't even know.
We have maybe 1 or 2 more rounds to go, depending on time. And right now, you are in a 1-point lead. Michael.
I like it.
You're 3 points behind right now.
Yeah, not one good.
I don't know what to do here. But it is time for a bonus question. So I'm going to ask everyone to mute yourselves. And I will read off the bonus question again. Same concept. The first person to unmute themselves and ring in with the answer will get the point. I didn't. I really didn't. So, 2 of the 3 hosts in Dad's Anime Stash have the same anime in their top 5. Now, this has been said numerous times throughout every episode of the show. What is the anime and 2 are the 2 hosts? Josh.
Me and you, and it's Yu Yu Hakusho.
That is correct. It is me and you with Yu Yu Hakusho.
Something about the hand waving. I don't know why, but it's addicting.
But you'll notice. You will notice, Justin. I did not call on him until I was done talking.
Are all the bonus questions like that?
Yes, that's why you need to watch our show.
All right.
It's sure made.
You watch our show, you can get bonus questions.
But you think that would give us the advantage, but how many did you guys get wrong last time?
Yeah, to be fair, when this was happened last time, Justin got one of our own questions wrong, and someone else got it. So there was numerous questions, and 2 members of you guys, like Michael, Rayshawn, and Tony, got our questions right based on the show that we didn't get. So it happens. You just need to watch. As long as you watch our show, you got this. So, Justin, if you get this right, I don't know if, other than Rayshawn, I don't think anyone else can catch you if you get this right. Rayshawn could get his next ones right and could tie you. But this is your moment. If you get this, you essentially can win.
That's
not final question. That's
I mean, I get in with 5 extra points this round.
Anything's possible. Not really, but sure, anything's possible. So, I'm going to give you the hardest one. I'm just kidding. In an anime that's called Fire Force, centers around a world where essentially humans can randomly, spontaneously combust at any moment and turn into these living fire creatures, essentially. It centers around a main character, Shinra Kusabaki, who's a 3rd-generation pyrotechnic with the really intense mobility based on the fact that he can put fire through his feet. Very early on in the anime, he gets an ally called Arthur Boyle, who's another 3rd-generation pyrotechnic. He's a very cocky, brash young individual who wields essentially a plasma sword. What is the name of his sword?
Excalibur.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Excalibur is the name
I love
of the sword
too,
in Fire Force.
It does background into his story. It's actually really good.
I hate this so much.
I honestly was like, there's no way he's seen this. It's not up his alley. There's no way he's seen Fire Force.
If it has a solid, well choreographed fight scene,
it is a great one. Chat, you also got it correct.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, watch Fire Force.
It's a good
version
one.
of Arthur is I like him. He's pretty good.
All right, yeah. Michael.
Mm-hmm.
This is your shot to redeem yourself here.
Yeah, this
to
is
get
just
more
for
than
me
to get more than one. This is just for you. Everyone else can fuck off. This is your redemption moment.
I need to steal one.
A very popular early anime, Yu-Gi-Oh, centers around the star Yugimoto, who essentially just makes up whatever rule he wants and wins every game possible. And even though he's clearly a teenager, adults want nothing but to kidnap him for the 1,000-year-old pharaoh living inside of his Millennium Puzzle. On the arc of Duelist Kingdom, he gets into a shadow game with his friend Bakura, who's using the power of his Millennium Ring. Bakura, trying to just steal the item outright, traps Yugi's friends, Joey, Tristan, and Taya, and Yugi, of course, traps their souls into each of their favorite cards. And then they fight with their souls in the cards. What is each person's favorite card?
Oh, Jesus, three-parter.
If you give me at least 3 of the 4, I will give you the point.
I know Joey is Red Eyes Black Dragon, right?
I will tell you when you're completely done telling me.
Okay, so first off, like their names are Joey, Tristan, and Taya.
Correct.
Joey, Red Eyes Black Dragon. Oh God, I do not remember. Is Taya's Karibo? And then Tristan, he's like, if I remember, I don't remember the name of the card, but it's a sword guy. So I'm just gonna go with a Sword Master. I don't remember.
Okay. I will tell you are incorrect. I won't tell you yes or no on each one, just to make it fair, but you are incorrect. Josh, give me 3 of the 4.
I think Joey's was the Red Eye. Tristan was the Flame Swordsman, and Teo was Karibo.
You are incorrect.
Oh man,
Rayshawn,
I stopped watching Yugi before that.
Give me 3 of the 4.
I'm gonna do Red Eye, Karibo, Summoning Skull.
You are also incorrect.
Damn.
Tony.
I'm gonna pass.
Give me 4 random names.
Kevin, Steve, and Mark.
All right. That is incorrect, but I appreciate you giving me an answer. Justin, if you get this, that's 6 points. Give me 3 of the 4.
I know it's not Red Eyes. Because he had a card before that with Dark Magician Girl, Karibo, and what was that other one? The one that looked like Link.
I can't tell you anything here.
The Celtic something.
All right, Celtic something. You are incorrect on all of those. I will say that none of you got a single one.
Oh man, that's too bad.
So in order, well, not in order, just in the order that I wrote this, it is Dark Magician for Yugi, which I thought was fairly obvious.
Oh, I didn't.
For some reason,
considering he uses it in every fight throughout the entire show, it's Dark Magician, Dark Magician, Dark Magician. I was like, all right, they're guaranteed to get Dark Magician, and all they have to do is get 2 out of the other 3, and they're good to go.
My brain just like assumed it, like, oh, I can't use Yugi. I can't use Yugi.
So.
Yeah. For Tristan, it is the Cyber Commander. Taya, it is the Magician of Faith. And for Joey, it is the Flame Swordsman. So one of you said Flame Swordsman for Tristan, not Joey.
Oh, see, that's why I just said the character card names.
The Flame Swordsman. Can I just get like 3 points for that?
Sure, it doesn't really help you, but sure. Chat, yes, you did get it correct. I saw your message.
You only got 1 point for that?
It's 1 point. Yeah.
Okay.
That's why they're tough questions.
Yeah, it is.
That's why they're tough questions. You gotta know your stuff. You gotta know your stuff. All right. I think we're on. I'm losing my place all the time. You're jumping around like crazy.
Me.
We are on you. So Josh, I'm not saying that you're 3 points behind Justin. But you are.
Yeah. It's like I'm tied with you for last time.
Yeah, exactly. So you're in my position last time. So I'm maybe you can get one of these right. So I'm gonna go ahead and you know what? I'm gonna go with this one. In Dragon Ball Z, because we got the next 2 DBZ guys here. So let's see if one of you gets this. Long before that, the over 9,000 power level was a meme or anything in existence. When they're first scanning people on Earth, they scan a random farmer. When they're first kind of arriving, off in the distance, they kind of scan his power level. They're trying to judge what's the power level what we're getting into. What's the average power level of a human in Dragon Ball Z?
The average power level of a human?
Yes.
Is
They
this what
scan
the farmer as?
there's a very early on when they're arriving in Dragon Ball Z and they're scouting. They scout a random human in the distance, and then they start scanning a bunch of humans to try to see what they're dealing with, and they realize how weak everyone really is on Earth. What is the average power level of a human on Earth?
10.
You are correct. The answer I would have accepted anything between 5 and 10.
I thought it
'cause
was 5.
The average is between 5 and 10. Because in the anime, when they scan the random farmer, he's a 5, but then they're scanning these bodybuilders, they're a 10. So the average power level is between 5 and 10.
Goku was a 10 when it all started.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So
what you're saying is I'm a 5 now, but if I work out, I could be a 10?
you, sure.
Because when I met my wife, she told
Sure,
me I
yeah.
was a 5, so I figured
Yeah, that's still the case. Yeah.
that makes sense.
Your wife is
All right.
generous.
Yeah, chat, you also got that correct. So, Rayshawn, I'm sorry I couldn't give you the DBZ question here. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna throw you a bone here. All right, Rayshawn. I'm gonna give you the sole One Piece question. All right, you said you wanted a One Piece question, and as Michael
I'd
knows,
rather have a Naruto question, but
I give you. Unfortunately, I'm saving that for numbnuts up there. So I'm gonna give. You said earlier in the show I would take a One Piece question. So here's your moment to prove me right that you wanted a One Piece question. You said it earlier. I took a note of that. You said I want a One Piece question. So here you go. One Piece centers around Luffy, whose dream is to become king of the pirates. Throughout the entire anime, he gets a ragtag crew: Zoro, Frankie, Brook, Robin, a lot of other people. At one point, the crew finally loses a fight with the admirals and has to separate. After a giant arc in Marineford, Luffy goes back to Marineford with something written on his arm. Written on his arm is 3D crossed off 2Y. What does that stand for?
does it have something to do with Ace?
I cannot give you anything.
Almost says the day Ace died.
That is incorrect.
All right.
Tony. Just to clarify, it's 3D 2Y. 3D is crossed off.
3D 2Y.
And 3D is crossed off. What does that stand for?
I'm drawing a blank here now. Let's go. Nothing. I'm Kevin.
Nothing is not a bad yes.
Surprisingly, 2D or 3D 2I does not translate into Kevin.
If you look at it in a mirror, though, I mean,
Yeah,
it
exactly.
could reverse back.
Emeralds?
It could, yeah. It does reverse back a little bit here.
Well, I mean, like, if you say his tattoos are meaningless, I get all my tattoos are meaningless, you know?
Well, also true. So, Justin, I'll say this. Chat, so far, you're wrong. Justin, what does it stand for?
So he got the 3D back when he was in another pirate gang that was called 3 Deep, and he's like, "Well, I'm not part of them anymore." So he actually got scratched out, and now he's just part of the 2Y, which stands for.
Got it. What does 2Y stand for? I want to hear
It stands
this.
for New York, but because "new" was too long of a word, they just put like
Right.
2, so it's like New York.
Got it.
New York.
Got it. Right.
Is that right?
That is
If it is, I'm
that is
totally-
massive. That is fantastically wrong.
Oh, I was like, man. One Piece
No,
is-
that is fantastically wrong. Michael.
He started talking about like Luffy was rolling with
Yeah.
another pirate crew, and my mind was like, wait, what? Did he?
Yeah, no. That is massively upsettingly wrong for anyone who's seen the show. Michael, what does it stand for?
It stands for 3 days, 2 years. That it was supposed to be the amount of time that they spend apart from each other.
That is correct. Chat, also, your dumbass guess by following literally what it says is correct. If you literally just said the words to me, 3 day 2Y, I probably would have given it to you. So chat got it right by being just, that's probably dumb and not right. Michael, you are correct. 3 days was when they were supposed to originally meet up, but because they lose the fight with the admirals, he goes back and says, let's meet up in 2 years when we're all stronger, and we'll see if we're strong enough to continue our adventure together.
Okay.
Again, it was one of those
He
questions
trained in
where...
New York, right?
Yeah, it was one of those questions where it is selective to one piece, but if you literally just read the question, you can get it right. So, I believe we're at Tony.
Yes.
This is your shot, man.
I will
think
take Kevin, I promise this time.
we maybe have one more round after this.
Yes.
So this is your shot to get your first point. Get on the board, and you got this. So I'm gonna throw you a slight bone here. What do you watch more of? New stuff or old stuff?
A mixture of both.
Mixture of both. Okay, great, awesome. Trying to help you out here.
Let's go new.
Yeah, all right, sweet. All right, I like the confidence. So, Hayao Miyazaki is considered a once-in-a-lifetime director in Japan who has directed masterpieces throughout his entire career, considered the revolutionary of the Japanese anime industry. What is the name of the film he directed, which currently sits at number 5 on Japan's all-time movie list?
Oh, Your Name?
That is incorrect. Your Name is high up there. He did not direct that. Justin, what is the name of the film that Hayao Miyazaki directed, which is the highest on Japan's list of his films?
We've reviewed this before, haven't we?
Again, I can tell you nothing.
Why do people keep asking you questions?
I don't know. I'm literally I literally have the answers, and you're like, "Am I on the right track?" I don't fucking know. Give me an answer, and I'll tell you.
I'm gonna go with Spirited Away.
You are correct.
Yep.
Spirited Away is the answer.
The number 5 threw me off because
Yep. That's why I wanted to make it specific, because if I just said the name of the director, you're gonna just guess the movie outright. So
Mark,
I made it very specific.
How are you letting him win?
I'm giving you guys questions that all of you should be able to get, and somehow he's just getting all of them.
Listen, years of jerking off homeless guys on their bridge weren't in my favor today.
All right. So it's bonus. It's probably last bonus question time.
Was they owning out anime names?
Who has what points count here?
Oh yes, I'm sorry. So in a commanding lead is Justin with 6 points.
Oh my God.
Michael with 2 points. Josh with 3 points. Rayshawn with 3 points. Tony with 0 points, and Chat with 8. Chat, obviously you can't be a champion, but that's where you're at.
How many?
So,
you have 5?
Worst night of my life.
I had enough to go around to ask everyone at least 5 questions, depending on how time.
Oh, he's up 2 from me. That's what I was.
Oh,
saying.
he's up 3 now.
Oh, he's at 6. Oh,
Yeah, he's at 6 because he got that last one right. So we're gonna do bonus question time, and I'm gonna say that Josh and Justin, you guys are out. I'm just gonna give it up to the 3 people here. We're gonna see who out of these 3 watches our show. So no one has to mute themselves. You guys can just remain unmuted. But I'm only gonna leave it to Rayshawn, Tony, and Michael to see if they can answer this bonus question, because it really doesn't matter at this point. So why not?
What the hell is happening right now?
Exactly. What anime did the crew recently review and then after they reviewed it, found out that what they had watched was clips from a cell phone game? It was pretty recent, and we talk about it literally every week.
Michael, unmute yourself. You guys can guess amongst yourselves. You guys
Digimon?
It is not Digimon.
No.
Digimon is not from a cell phone.
Digimon's real life.
I know you guys talk about Digimon a lot.
That is true. We do talk about Digimon a lot. Do any of you know the answer?
No, I do not remember the actual name of this. No, but I know the
so,
joke.
Justin and Josh, what is the anime?
Welcome to Jabari Park.
There it is.
I do like how the bonus question,
porn.
like
It's not. It's fucking scenes from a cell phone game.
It is literally scenes from a cell phone game. Yeah, it's considered an anime now because it's like they took it all out. It's Crunchyroll has said it's an anime. Like, so in the genre, it's considered an anime, but we didn't find out until after we reviewed it that it was clips from a cell phone game.
It's pretty good. You guys should go watch it.
It was great, yeah. So Justin, depending on time, we'll probably say this is final round. If we get done, you guys still want to go. I have enough questions, but we'll see how you guys are feeling after this round. We'll leave it up to you guys. Justin, you knew this question had to be coming because Josh said it earlier. G Gundam is probably the greatest anime ever created known to man.
Debatable.
Centers around Gundams from different worlds all fighting each other. The main force throughout the anime is called the Shuffle Alliance, which is Gundams from 5 different countries. Give me 3 of them. 3 of the Gundams in the Shuffle Alliance out of the 5.
We're going to go with the main 3, red, blue, and gold.
Right. Those are not countries, those are colors.
They're being created back then.
So that is wildly incorrect. Michael, give me 3 out of the 5 countries that form the Shuffle Alliance.
Yeah. There's Domon, which is Japan. Oh God, my mind is blanking. There's Russia, I think, and China.
You are correct.
Yeah.
The other 2 countries are America and France. But that is correct. Michael, you have gotten yourself a 3rd point on the greatest anime ever.
Of course. This was like one of the this was my introduction to Gundam. This was my introduction to Gundam growing up.
Yeah, it's the best. It's the best one.
It is. All of them. None of them could live up.
No, it's hands down just the best thing ever. Michael, again, this is your chance to get within 2 points of Justin here. And depending on how things go, who knows? Maybe you could magically tie this up somehow. I don't know. A classic anime back in the day, right around the time when you're watching Yu Yu Hakusho and Gundam Wing, was another mech-related show called Big O. Oh, fuck yeah. Big O centers around a city that 40 years ago mysteriously lost all of its memories. The citizens have essentially just restarted from ground zero, and they're protected by this giant robot called Big O, and essentially the anime version of Batman.
Yeah.
What is the person's name who pilots Big O? And a bonus point if you can tell me what is the real reason behind the memory loss for the city.
Oh God, I do not remember his name. Fuck, I never. This was back in the times when you couldn't stream it, so I always was catching reruns. So I never actually got to see how everything resolved. God damn it, Kevin and and I'm sure there was like a computer that somehow got into like everybody's mainframes, like cerebral mainframes, and
I'm loving it.
Wiped their memory. Yep.
Right, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wrong, but
cool.
I'm with you. Yeah. Josh, we've talked about Big O before.
Yeah. His name's Roger Smith.
That is correct. You have gotten yourself 1 point. Bonus point if you can remember what the real reason behind the memory loss for the city was.
Gas leak.
That is incorrect. This is now since it's a bonus point, I can't go to the next person. It is a it's an open question. If the first person to give me the answer gets the point, minus Josh and Michael. So Justin, Rayshawn, or Tony, do you know the reason behind the memory loss for the city?
Viagra.
Damn, that was mine.
That is an incorrect
Tomatoes.
from Tony and Justin. Rayshawn, do you know?
I'm just gonna say tomatoes.
That is incorrect. It is not tomatoes. Chat, you are correct. The real reason is that the city was never real. The entire show takes place in virtual reality.
Excuse me?
Yes, that is the
What?
ending to Big O. It turns out, due to these giant things fighting each other, a virtual reality was created, and the citizens were placed in the virtual reality because of this like cosmic fight that takes place.
I love that. I love that so much.
Yeah,
I need to go back and watch it.
yeah. So that is the answer. It's a pretty good one. But Josh, you did get the first part right, so you did get that point. You are now in second place with 4 points, behind Justin. Just throwing that out there. Rayshawn.
What? Can I have my
thought it
question
was
before you
Josh.
talk to Rayshawn?
Can you have your okay yeah. So sorry, Rayshawn, I got to give it your question to Josh first. See if Josh can get a point here. But Rayshawn, if you get this right, you tie Josh for second place.
It's my question. What the hell are you talking about?
No, I know. So if you get this right, Josh, you will be 1 point behind Justin, and in theory, depending on how the other questions go, you could tie Justin and force us into another round.
Let me tell you something. Any man with 2 hands has a fighting chance.
That's a fair point. It's a fair point. I feel like for the sake of brevity, I'm just going to give you the easiest. No, I'm just kidding. So, in a fairly recent anime that's kind of taken by storm, Megalobox. Megalobox is a newer fighting anime centered around a sport where the boxers, instead of using their hands, use like these metallic add-ons to fight with like insane gears and like can punch with like just insane force. The main character is a man by the name of Gearless Joe, known for that because he refuses to fight with the advantage of said metal arms. But there was a time before when he didn't do that, and he was known by a different name before his championship aspirations. What is the name he used to go by?
Shit. Gruesome Mo.
That is incorrect. Rayshawn, what is the name he used to go by?
Is it Junk Dog?
You are correct. Yep. It is Junk Dog. Chat, you are also correct. But that is correct, Rayshawn. He was used to known as Junkyard Dog or Junk Dog before he became Gearless Joe. Rayshawn, you are now tied with Josh with 4 points. It is now your turn. If you get this correct, you will move into second place with 5. And again, depending on how the rest of this goes, you could tie Justin, forcing us into another round. Beastars is a fairly popular anime, literally an entire furry world, essentially, centered around animals that exist in a divide between like herbivores and carnivores. The main character is known as Legoshi, who's like a large gray wolf. When the show starts, he's a student where like this alpaca is murdered that kind of causes the whole anime to really start. He's studying at a very famous academy that's pretty much mentioned throughout the entire anime. What is the name of that academy?
Is it Cheriton Academy? Cheriton
I will give that.
Academy?
That is correct.
Okay.
It is Sheraton Academy. Rayshawn, you are correct. That gives you 5 points, 1 point behind Justin. So this could go your way, and you could tie.
Come on, let's see. I need one
you got
more
the shot
steal.
here. So Tony.
Tony gets one more wrong. That's kind of fucked up to say.
Tony just has to get it wrong and have to go all the way around the board back to you.
Yeah.
I got this.
So
I'm with you, Nishan. I got this.
just for the sheer, if this goes around to Rayshawn, right? I'm just gonna throw that out there. Dragon Ball Z GT
Okay.
is not considered the most popular version of Dragon Ball, but has a considerable fan audience behind it. The main villain, so to speak, introduced very early on in the show is this guy called Baby. He comes from like this crazy planet. There's a whole backstory. How was Baby created in Dragon Ball Z GT? And this is one of those answers where if you get pretty close to it, I can justifiably give it to you.
I thought he was created in a dome. No, he wasn't. He was.
So I'll be more specific. What was he created? I'll be more specific. How was he what was he created with to make him? So like, you know how like
Yes.
like Cell was created with like just all these different cells from like the Z fighters and stuff like that. What was Baby created with?
Oh. I am drawing a blank now. Fuck. Rayshawn, you're going to get this. Don't worry.
Man. Shaking.
You guys, yeah, I knew
We
Rayshawn.
literally just went over this.
You're the biggest GT guy. So as soon as you got with 1 point, I was like, all right, I'm going to make this competitive as hell. I'm going to introduce a question that the Rayshawn should get to make this an interesting
because
game.
me and Josh literally went over this.
Exactly. That's why I knew you guys covered it. So that's why I was like,
I didn't even
right,
know. Pieces of the android, I guess. I'm drawing a blank.
that is incorrect. Justin, if you get this and no one else agrees to want to continue going for another round, you essentially win right now.
I've never watched GT as much as Josh.
Yeah, I know you haven't.
And emailed me some death threats personally to watch it. I have not, unfortunately. I'm going to go out on a limb, say he was created scientifically Mewtwo style in a little chamber, and they put some cool looking hoses on the top. And
who wasn't created that way?
Yeah. So I suppose I could give you points if in theory I had said, in what cool kick-ass and cinematic way was he made?
You said specifics.
So I said specifically, what was he made with? So that is incorrect. Chat, you are correct. Michael.
Yeah.
What was he made with?
So
he's the only villain in GT.
Yeah. So Rayshawn, here's my moral conundrum here. I think I want to give you the chance to come back from this, but also I just want to see like the black hole that Justin winning would create.
Chaos reigns. You already know. Facebook would shut down.
I think I know the answer.
This is the moment where the game, this is your Saw moment. Do you collectively as a whole tank it so Rayshawn can possibly tie to force another round to guarantee that Justin probably won't win? Or do you sap that soul away from everyone here and give him the win?
I'm here for chaos, baby. And this is going to be so fucking anticlimactic if I'm wrong.
Yeah, it really will be. You'll be like, it's fucking this. That is incorrect. All right, moving on.
So he was made with the cells of King Truffle. Tuffle, sorry. King Tuffle, who was like a race that was conquered by the Saiyans. And he was grown
You look like you're reading that answer off.
No.
Wow, Rayshawn throwing out the cheating.
He pieced it together and he was already wrong, but I think Mark's going to give it to him anyway.
No, but no, he was made with the DNA from King Tuffle.
That is correct.
Like
if to Josh's point, if you hadn't said that last sentence,
what did he combine it with?
You would have gotten it wrong. But because you said king, I had to give it to you. So he was combined with the DNA of King of the Tuffles.
Did I not say King Tuffle before?
You did not until the very end.
My bad.
Everything else before that was just the Tuffles. It was the Tuffles and the robot, and I was like, nope, you're pretty close, but it wasn't just any old Tuffle. That's why he's so strong. It was the king. So until that last sentence, you were actually approaching this is wrong territory.
My bad. I said king in my head and forgot to actually say it out loud.
Yeah, so you are correct. Michael, that gives you 4 points. 2 behind Justin, but effectively giving Justin the game unless this goes insanely, I don't know. It's not possible. Because that was okay. So where are we at right now? I'm losing my place all the time. I'm very tired. That was, I believe,
the end.
That was the end. Yeah, because that was Tony's question. Mm-hmm. So it is up to you guys. You can keep going to try to, because Rashawn, again, you're 1 point behind Justin. We can do another round if you want a chance to tie him, or we declare Justin the victor.
Mark just really doesn't want to admit that I'm the victor.
I really don't want this to happen. So
Mark, you're in charge.
Three hours later.
Well, if it's up to me, we're going to have to say he's the victor because I'm hungry. Yes.
Which is why I was asking Josh, because I would just keep going, but I don't want to force people to keep going if they're.
You force people into whatever.
That's true. So okay, in the next round then, Justin. No, I'm just kidding. We can. So at the end result, because we're about an hour and 15, Justin is the victor of the third Dad's Anime Stash Quiz Trivia Contest.
What the actual fuck?
With 6 points.
But earlier this week, for everyone listening, I sent out a message to Mark and Josh. I said, wouldn't it be funny if we had this running trope of we never win? We're always trying to bring the championship back.
So to give you the full point totals, Justin, you have won with 6 points. Michael, you tied for third with 4 points. Josh, you are also in a tie for third with 4 points. 4 points. Rashawn, you came in second with 5 points. And Tony, I tried to give you some softball ones there, but you did finish with the Justin 0.
I think that usually. Yeah,
I was rooting for you there. Chat, you finished with 11 points.
Damn.
So, Chat, if you were involved in this, you would you're your own champion. You can kind of consider it like the TV title in wrestling or the internet championship or something like that. You're champions in spirit, but not in reality.
More like the $1 million championship.
Yeah, that works too. Yeah. Or the 24/7 title. Like, you're technically a champion, but not really. So, Justin, unfortunately, that means you're guaranteed to come back next month to defend your somehow won title.
Wait.
Which means he can't be the host. So
Justin's supposed to host next month.
So now he can't.
Yeah.
So now Justin can't host. So Josh will have to just go right to you to be the host of.
Let shit like this happen.
Yeah. So don't forget, this is a monthly thing here at Dad's Anime Stash. At the end of every month, the new anime quiz will continue, and I'm gonna let Josh or Justin close out because I'm super tired. But just don't forget, I don't want to do it.
Rashawn, Michael, Tony, go ahead and plug your podcast before.
Yeah. Whoever wants to go first, and then we'll just go in order of where you guys are at.
Cool. I'll go first.
I'll go first. Oh.
All right, cool. Rashawn, you go first.
Okay, my name is Rashawn from the Rashawn Gatson Anime Podcast, or RGAP for short. Basically talk about all manga and anime reviews.
And when where can people find you?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram and all your podcasting platforms such as Spotify, Apple. My Instagram is rgap2.
There you go. Tony, you're right there, my man.
Yes.
Plug your stuff.
Yes. My name is Tony, and my podcast is From My Mom's Garage. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I'm From My Mom's Garage, or even very listening pleasures, Spotify and Apple Podcasts, Google, Stitcher, anywhere you can listen to it on podcasts.
Very awesome. And Michael.
Yeah, I'm Michael. I'm 1/3 of the guys over at Entertain This. This time I actually prepared getting the names of all of our different social medias, but you can find us on all platforms for where you would typically find podcasts. On Instagram, you can find us at Entertain This Podcast. And on Twitter, you can find us at entertain_this.
There you go. Justin, I'm sure you're going to make sure you put everyone's stuff in the description of everything. You didn't miss a single beat of that.
It's going to be a long description, yeah.
It'll be a good one there.
A lot of
and don't
hashtags.
Yeah. And before we let the champion close out, don't forget, next Friday, same start time, Demon Slayer Season 1, and the Mugen Train arc as well is the review.
Nice.
That sounds
And
like
Justin,
fun.
defending new champion, first Dad's Anime Stash champion. Only took us 3 tries. You want to close this out?
Josh seems so angry about this.
Because I hate Justin. I hate him. I hate his face. I hope someone like trains a hawk to fly into his window and rip his face off at night, and then he doesn't have a face anymore.
So there you go.
Very descriptive. So, kids, make sure to return your dad's anime stash right under the bed or in the closet where you found it. Tonight's episode is living proof that even mistakes can turn into miracles. So,
Yeah.
make sure to go to bed with that one. Make sure to follow us on Facebook and YouTube for next week's episode.
Yeah. And we're going to cut there, Justin. But because you guys wanted a Naruto question, I didn't get to ask it. I want to just ask it. But this is only between Ray, Sean, and Justin.
Okay.
Because they're who talk about Naruto the most. So I'm giving this question to you guys because I just want to see if you guys know it. So Naruto, and I'm sure Josh agrees with me, is one of the worst animes ever created, like by far. But somehow they introduce a worse person in it, Sakura, who's just, her power is whining, and then she just manifests it into like ninja stuff later on. So she gets really strong when she unlocks a seal within her body. What is the name of the seal and what does it do?
100 healings.
Okay, what is the name of the seal though?
Ain't it called the 100 healings still?
It is
Nope.
not.
Oh.
I don't know the name of it, but I can tell you how she trains it.
I know what it does.
I can cover up the lost ground on the name, guys.
What does it do, you guys? We'll say you guys can get that one. What does it do?
It stores up chakra and basically allows her to access that chakra pool when she needs to.
Yeah, that's right. Michael, what's the name of it?
The Byakuya seal.
Correct. That is correct.
Obviously.
All right.
But didn't she have to like train it for like three years or something?
It was three. Yeah, 3 years. She stored it within her body for 3 years, and that's what finally led her to unlocking it or whatever. But I'm gonna end it. But thanks to everyone who joined us, and Justin, you know where to go back and cut it. So.
Oh yeah.